So this is Josie Pickens. She's with Community Legal Services.
How are
I'm going to
you?
have you stand right here on the X.
All right.
Thank you. So tell me more about Community Legal Services. What, if folks haven't heard of them, what do you do?
Sure. Community Legal Services is a nonprofit law firm. We provide free civil legal services for low-income Philadelphia residents. We have 8 different practice areas, and we can help clients with a variety of legal matters, including housing problems, utility problems, problems accessing public benefits, and Social Security income.
So if you got a wacky letter in the mail that you don't understand, that seems particularly legally, someone could call you guys.
Exactly.
Right. So how would they reach out to you?
We have an open intake. We have 2 locations, one at 1424 Chestnut Street, which is in Center City, right across from City Hall and next to the CVS. We also have a location in North Philadelphia at 1410 West Erie Avenue, which is at the Broad and Erie stop on the Broad Street line.
Yes, it's a very convenient location. It's right off of the Broad Street line. Do you want to tell us more about why this event is important and why you're here joining us today?
Yes, I'd love to. My name is Josie Pickens. I'm the co-director of our energy unit at Community Legal Services and one of the supervising attorneys at CLS. The energy unit helps utility customers and people who are trying to access utility service to resolve legal disputes that might arise related to trying to access those things. So, for example, if you inherited a house or you're an heir and you're living in a house that's owned by a deceased relative and you're having a problem getting the bills in your name, we might be able to help you with that process. We might be able to look into both the ownership piece of what you're dealing with, but also getting access to a water bill in your name, an electric bill in your name, a gas bill in your name.
Right.
Or if you're attempting to enroll in a low-income program at one of the utility providers, we can also help troubleshoot problems that might arise in seeking to access those programs.
And the other big thing that we should mention here is that CLS is a housing counselor, and if you have problems, and I think you mentioned this scenario, which is really common in Philadelphia, where maybe you're living in a home that was owned by your parents or your grandparents, and they passed away, and the title or the deed, the name was never changed. Maybe they died without a will. That's a situation called a tangled title. Right. And I know it's something that's a huge thing that CLS helps with a lot.
Right, and there are a lot of issues, legal issues that might arise as a result of that. We have a homeownership and consumer rights unit that provides a variety of kinds of assistance to people in those situations. One common scenario is if the house is behind on the property taxes, or if the city has initiated a foreclosure action because the house is behind on the taxes or the water bills. We are often able to intervene to both help those clients to access programs to catch up on the balances, but to also prevent the sale or loss of the house due to foreclosure.
Right, and just to clarify, the city doesn't take residential houses to sheriff's sale for water debt, but we definitely do for delinquent taxes, and that is like even up until the day of a sheriff's sale, a property owner has the right to get into a payment agreement, and organizations like CLS are groups that can help you, walk you through that process. You don't need to talk to CLS to do that, but they're here and they can help. They can definitely help.
Exactly. And we do get some cases involving residential households and water debt and sheriff's sales. So if you have some papers you received in the mail and you're just confused about what is going on, please come in because we can help you to get through that process and a lot of times secure your home and you don't have to worry about the loss of your home.
And the thing is, and we've said it over and over today, is if you get into a payment agreement, you are protected from foreclosure. We consider you compliant if that happens. Like we consider you, even if you don't have a zero balance, you're in a plan, and that's what counts. Is there anything else you want to tell us about CLS?
Our energy unit, we're really happy to partner with the organizations that are here today.
Right.
We think that the programs, particularly the Water Department's TAP program, but also PGW's ERP program and PECO's CAP programs, are very valuable affordability programs. There some folks who are eligible are not enrolled, and we would love to see enrollment increase in all those programs, because if you're able to afford your utility bills, you may have resources available to help you to prevent other crises from arising in your life.
Right.
So we're happy to be part of this event. If you are here and you want to consult with us about other types of legal matters, we may be able to direct you to organizations that can provide assistance. And of course, if it's something that we handle at Community Legal Services, we may even be able to do an intake for you while you're here dealing with other matters.
On the spot. So
Yes.
they can possibly talk to you and work with you about your legal issues on the spot. And do you want to remind folks about those intake? And you said the locations. There's one in Center City across the street from City Hall near the CVS, but also one at the Broad and Erie stop on Broad Street line. But what are the hours for those intakes?
Yes. So at the Center City location on Chestnut Street, it's every day, Monday to Friday, from 9 to noon. Please get there early, because we do get a lot of requests for assistance. At the Broad and Erie location, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to noon.
And do people have to come in person, or can they call? Is there a phone number? Is there anything like that?
So there are different, there's some phone intake, but the shortest, best way to get assistance is to come in person for intake. If you do have a special need and you're unable to leave the home, you can contact us at our main number, 215-981-3700, and we can direct you to someone who may be able to help you with phone intake.
So that at the Broad and Erie location is Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 until noon. And then in Center City, what was it, 1424 Chestnut is every day from 9 a.m. until noon for an intake, for an intake interview in person. We can't stress enough how important organizations like CLS are to helping community members. So thank you so much for talking to us. We're